Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into a daily read. We're going to talk about Sunday or thereabout. And the reason I say thereabout is because this could definitely, and it has for me recently when it comes to some of my daily reads, more so pertain to and apply to the previous day or even the day after more so. And it definitely doesn't have to be limited to just one of those days, right? I know we aim to speak upon, the upcoming day specifically, but it could be partially or fully in regards to the day before and the day that we're mentioning, aiming for. Just keep that in mind and apply it as you should, or just simply see how things work out. To begin from the Sacred Forest Oracle for Sunday. To begin our reading, we have love and joy. In the last full attempt to do your reading, I was shaking when speaking, and I just really needed to cleanse my energy and decided to do the whole reading. So now we're redoing it. But, anyways, in that reading, one of the prominent messages, main energies that came through was that this is going to feel very much like a Sunday, right? And when we think about Sundays, they're meant for typically healing, right? Softer energy, less productivity for some, but maybe you have to or choose to or both still are productive throughout the Sunday. But they're saying the energy in the air, for the most part, again, it's going to feel like a Sunday, and it will give you the chances to, or the chance in general throughout the day to heal even in the midst of being productive. I do feel as if this is a day where there's a focus on the joy, the happiness, even the completion and freedom that you truly deserve. You may be thinking about a love-filled situation that you wish to see go the distance moving forward, or it might be more so, if you're single, thinking about a love-filled situation that you have yet to acquire, and that just being on your mind at certain points throughout this day and taking a highlight. But I just heard the sweet nectar of results. The sweet nectar of results. It's a Sunday where you're seeing things add up, increase, prosper for you in one, if not, I want to say two at most situations. But it feels like there's sharing and caring, okay? There's judgment when it comes to other people. I don't feel as if that's your energy per se. Might be at a certain point or two. Nobody's perfect, but it does feel like you're maybe working a job or living with someone or wrapped up with people otherwise. And there's at least a couple different people who are judgmental. And this may not be off-putting for you. It might be. But yeah, judgment is part of this day. And I feel like somebody needs to know that in the upcoming week, whether you consider Sunday the beginning of this week or more so Monday like I do, in this upcoming week, more so towards the end, you're going to be getting good news, a wish fulfillment, if you will. It feels like an acceptance, a yes, okay? We chose you, we're choosing you, you've been chosen for this opportunity, it feels like. But magic coming out. I mean, these are three very beautiful, positive energies to come out. And I feel like these are needed for you, even desired, maybe more so, throughout this day and surrounding it, because things have been maybe heavy in energy or just uncertain. And you might have gotten what felt like in the moment of bad news recently. But really, in the reality of things, if you take a step back, you might already have come to this shift in perspective, this conclusion. It was news that was going to shift you towards the better, okay? But it's a day where there is magic in one, if not multiple forms. I wouldn't be surprised if it's multiple forms of which. It's a day where you're magically producing something of importance, and it feels like this is, it's important. It's maybe even assisting for other people, or at the very least yourself. But stillness. This Sunday does give you the chance to be still at certain points. This very much reminding me of certain moments when in a different place, in a different part of the city that I'm living in currently here in California, when I would walk down one of the main roads that had a ton of shops and fast food and whatnot and coffee shops. On Sundays, regardless of what time of day it was, there was a stillness that came to be that just simply was. It was like basically um, not a lot of people out, right? Driving, walking, you name it. And so it just felt very still, very at peace, right? But they're saying when this comes to be at certain points throughout the Sunday, again, feeling like a typical traditional Sunday in certain ways or in general, you need to use the stillness to your advantage and not overthink, right? When things start to pause, when things feel, again, still like this and at ease, it can actually push you to create chaos in your mind and overthink, maybe question and wonder a bit too much. All right. It's up to you to harness your mind and utilize it to your advantage. Anyways, let's move on to pull some tarot. Which one do I want to use? Let's use this small witch tarot deck for Sunday to continue. We're moving on to the Seven of Wands. Now, I get that we began with three main oracle energies of being very positive, but being constructive and realistic, you need to protect your energy. That work situation, certain energies in it, or in general, it could be more so where you're living. It doesn't have to be just one situation. It could be as well, I want to say, for somebody, your spirituality. There's a sense that you need to protect your energy once again and have patience in regards to whatever's creating the need, the demand for this, okay? You may as well need to be quite flexible in regards to when to get things done, maybe in regards to, which accomplishment for some, it needs to be, propped to the top of your priority list. While that was such a struggle. The Four of Cups and the Eight of Swords, you're going to be wrapped up with, for some drawn to the reading, a situation, regardless of what kind this is, and it's making you feel limited, all right? It's affecting you negatively. And they're saying this highlights the joy and the magic that you deserve in regards to something different moving forward, okay? And you may already know this, but it just feels very relevant and is reminded to you at certain points. 725, look up the ancient number meaning, 725. There's also a new situation that you could potentially, an option, if you will, jump into, and you might even be or have investigated it to see what it's all about, to gain more information. And they're saying the Four of Cups is reminding you, or maybe informing you for the first time, it's not going to be the right situation for you because of one, if not multiple aspects of which, okay? But the Three of Swords, there's disappointment in the air, okay? I don't know what this is about. It doesn't really feel relevant for your energy, but it does feel like maybe recently you were feeling quite Three of Swords like. It reminds me of me going to the grocery store this morning, and I just was feeling so depressed. And it's not even that I was actually depressed. I feel it was very spiritual and maybe other energy, that I picked up on from people in my physical reality before then. And so Spirit's saying there's something about that taking a highlight, whether it's more so relevant throughout this day or it could be something you're reflecting upon, because we can't have you sitting in that kind of energy. Now, death, transformation is taking a highlight. You're changing as you're being prepared for significant change that lies ahead. What's not meant to last won't last. Somebody I feel is I'm very excited or just awaiting, ready for a change to take place in their world. When I feel, rewinding back to an extent, you didn't expect this. You maybe didn't even want this ending, and now you couldn't ask for it any sooner. The Three of Wands, because this day also pushes you to look forward, but it's up to you, once again, not to overthink in regards to that and to trust that when something's meant to come in, it will. When something's meant to be sparked, it will. When something's meant to end, it will, regardless of how that looks and is for you individually. But it's a day that reminds you, as things change within and outside of you, you're going to be experiencing select amounts of and forms of love, joy, and magic throughout this day, but there's a lot more of that where it came from, plus some, okay? So I hope this was truly helpful. Of course, sending you a ton of love and light. Until next time.